everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have been sick for about a week, so I didn't get a video posted last week, so I will get 2 posted this week at least. I am starting this week's tutorial with a tutorial on how I fill in my eyebrows. After I did my makeup routine last week, and I didn't show my brows on camera, a few people did ask me to then show them how I fill in my brows. So I figured I would go ahead and do it. It's something pretty simple. I'm going to try to get it into focus, but still be looking in my mirror to fill them in, so please bear with me. I was going to make this a talk through video where I just kind of like talked you through how I'm doing it as I'm doing it, but as I started to do that, I realized that it was a little bit hard and I was mumbling because my hand's kind of in front of my face while I do it. So I will do a voiceover and it'll be the same. It'll still be a tutorial. I'm just going to be doing a voiceover as opposed to talking you through it. This should be a very short video, and I will fill in both of my brows using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Definer in Soft Brown. This is a great brow product. My very favorite. I used the Brow Wiz for many years and switched over to the Brow Definer when it came out, I think at the end of last year. I also do keep my brows in place after they're filled in with the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Brunette. So those are the 2 products I'll be using, and let's just get into it.
Okay, so I am going to zoom you guys in so you can see me fill in my brows a little bit easier. I am searching around from all of my stuff, and we will get started in just a second. So first I kind of just put the pencil up to my brow to kind of just see where I want to put my arch. It's just a feel thing. And then I take the spoolie, which is necessary for doing your brows. Any spoolie will do, but I take my hairs and I brush them upwards. That way I can see the bottom line of my brow easier. And then I take that brow definer. I use the wider end toward the tail of my brow, and I make a line all the way under my brow to define that shape. Once I have that line under, I'll start filling in a little bit of the tail using more pressure than I do at the front of my brow. I want the front to be lighter and the tail to be darker, so I kind of do like a little ombre effect with the pencil. This pencil fills in a lot of space, so once you have that line under your brow, you can start going up and making your arch. I like to do my arch just a little bit higher than it actually is. Like where the hairs actually start going down is where I will make my arch. So that's what I'm doing there, and using as much pressure as you want. I like to make it darker, as I said. So now I'm going to go in, sorry about the autofocus going in and out, and I use very light strokes going forward and just thickening that brow up a bit and filling it in. Very light strokes. I don't like to just take it and draw it on. I like to lift it up and do little strokes. So here I'm making even less pressure and making it lighter. The front of my brow, the hair on this eyebrow at least, the hairs go upwards, so that's why I'm brushing upwards. Now I'm taking the spoolie and I'm going to blend that color out. So that's going to fill in the spaces that weren't filled in by me drawing, and this makes the look a lot softer by doing this. So as you can see, the front of the brow is lighter with the arch and tail being darker, and that is how I personally like to do my brows. Some people do like to square off the front of their brow and make everything all dark. That's okay. They're just going to look a little bit more fake that way. This way they look a little bit more natural while still being filled in. Okay, so we're going to leave that brow be for a minute, and we're going to go to the second one. As you can see, the difference in the 2 brows is huge, and obviously no 2 brows look the same. The brow I've already filled in is my quote-unquote good brow. This brow is a little bit of a mess, so it takes a little bit more, but we're going to do the same technique. We are going to brush upwards, again with the autofocus. I'm so sorry, but we're brushing upwards. And then we're going to take that pencil and we're going to draw the line under the brow again. So starting from the corner and going out toward the tail. Again, using light pressure in the front and pushing harder and doing more pressure on the bottom. Then I'm going to go up and start to create my arch. I don't really have an arch in this brow at all, so I create it myself, trying to match my good brow. Now I am using light strokes. Sorry that this keeps going out of focus. I'm telling you, I was trying to look in my mirror and do this at the same time. So I'm doing the light strokes to the front of the brow, and then on this brow I'm going to kind of come from the center or come from the front of the brow. I don't really have many hairs on this brow, so I have to do a little bit more filling in than I do on my other one. I still like to keep it pretty bare in the front, and I will comb it with the spoolie in a second to fill it out more. Again, I feel like this technique makes it look more natural. So there I will brush up what I drew in to fill in the outer more, or the inner of the brow more, and then I brush all the way through to the tip to make sure it is all filled in. Now that I have that part done, I am going to go in with the brow gel. A lot of people use a clear brow gel, and that's fine. The brow gel serves as kind of a super glue to hold your brows down all day, but I like to use a tinted one because it also provides some more coverage into your brows. So I am now going to go into my bad brow because I realized it needed the gel way more. And I'm going to start at the front of the brow and move sideways through the brow. You don't want to brush it upwards because it's going to make those hairs stick upwards. You want to make it however you want your hairs to lay on in your brow. That's how you want to brush. So on this brow, my hairs are up in the very corner of my brow, and then they go sideways. So that's how I'm brushing them down with the brow gel. And after you have that brow gel on, your eyebrows are going to be nice and stiff and not going to move all day. It is like super glue for the eyebrows. So that is really it. You can use any brow product. They have plenty at the drugstore. You can purchase a spoolie and use a pencil. As long as you have the spoolie and a pencil, you're good. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.